What's going on, people? I hope you're doing good. Before we get into the video, I just want to apologize for the microphone quality in my last video. I think we can all agree it sounded really bad. I think I've fixed it up now. I've managed to tweak a few things, put a bit of foam over the microphone. I think it sounds okay from my end, but if there are any issues on your end, do let me know down in the comments. I really do want to make sure this mic sounds really good. Without further ado though, let's go straight into the review. So I saw the new Naked Gun the other day, and I was very excited for this movie. I watched all of the Naked Gun films for the first time last month, and I've got to say I enjoyed all of them. I think the original is a comedy classic, one of my favourite comedies now. So I was very intrigued to see this movie, a little bit concerned that they wouldn't be able to recapture the magic of the first film, but I am so happy to say that this is a movie I've been waiting for. A dumb slapstick comedy that is just there to make you laugh and have a good time. The Naked Gun is exactly what cinema needs right now. This movie nails Naked Gun. It understands what makes it funny, what makes it unique. And most of the jokes in this movie had me and the other audience members laughing our heads off. I haven't had an experience like this in a while. In a half-packed theatre, I'd say, where everyone was just laughing, no one talking, no one being distracted by phones, watching the film, just having a blast laughing their arse off. It was absolutely brilliant. And when I mean that this movie was very funny, I mean it was very funny. I was laughing my head off. There are some moments which don't make any sense, but the randomness and the just absurdity of it just make them even more funnier. As for the plot of this movie, now look, you don't go into a Naked Gun film expecting the best plot. I think a baby could write the plot to a Naked Gun movie. They're that simple. But in the previous films, Frank Drebin had some personal stakes in those plots. With this one, Frank Drebin Jr. doesn't really until the end. That's kind of one thing I really liked about the previous films. But in this film, it's like he's just going along with the flow. Like, okay, I need to go here, and then I need to go here. He doesn't really have any personal stakes until the back half of the film. So I do think the first half of this film is kind of just going through the motions a little bit. And that's kind of my only big issue with the movie. I did like this movie's villain though. I thought he was very over the top. He does have a plan which is so absurd. But I guess there is some inkling of sympathy to him that you can kind of understand, but there's nothing much. He was so over the top, and I really did like him. Technically, I think the film was really good too. Now, I say it before in my reviews of comedies, I'm not really expecting comedies to be the most visually dazzling films ever. At the end of the day, they're just trying to make you laugh. They're not really bothered about cinematography or shot composition. They just want to make it competent. And that's exactly what the Naked Gun films do. This film is competently shot, you can see everything, and that's all it needed to do. I did like the action scenes though. There were some really good action scenes. There's one in a bank, in the bank robbery. There's a really cool car chase in the middle. That was very funny, had some really cool jokes. So I did like the action in this movie, and I thought the editing during those scenes was really good too. They didn't result to like weird, over-the-top wacky edits that just really wouldn't have fit this film. At the end of the day, the Naked Gun films are very much comedies, but they play it straight all the time. And it's very clear that this movie is just trying to shoot itself like a regular cop movie, and that's exactly what it needed to do. Because once you start getting really fancy with the editing and you really just want to make it so over the top, it just ruins what makes Naked Gun Naked Gun. And finally, the acting is really strong. Liam Neeson is one of my favourite actors ever. He's been in some great stuff. Schindler's List, Darkman, this film, Taken. He's a brilliant actor. I absolutely love him. And he is so good in this movie. What I really liked is that he mixes in Leslie Nielsen's personality with his Taken personality, so we get a bit of comedic effect to that personality, and we just meshed them together, and it just created a really great performance. Pamela Anderson is really good in this movie, and I think her and Neeson have some really good chemistry. I think everyone does a really good job in this film, especially the cameos. I'm not going to spoil them, but there's some really funny cameos in this movie, and I think all the actors during them were really good. So in conclusion, The Naked Gun is a film which I think cinema needs right now. We don't get many just standalone comedies anymore, so if this movie does well, and I pray that it does well at the box office, please go and see it. I think we're on the up. I think this is a massive win for the industry, and who knows, we may get a load more comedies in the future. It's absolutely hilarious. It fully understands Naked Gun. Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson are so good in this movie. People, I cannot stress enough how much you need to see this movie. It's very short, coming in at 85 minutes, so it's an easy watch. You'll have a laugh, you'll have a great time. Trust me, you need to see this movie. So I love The Naked Gun. It's one of my favourites of the franchise, and it's going to receive an 8.5 out of 10. And people, that is the end of my review. If you have seen The Naked Gun, do let me know your thoughts on it. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Have a good day. I'd see you later.